saying we are live, saying it is recording. Oddly enough, my computer is working a bit slower than usual for some reason. But let's see if I can make sure it's showing up on the YouTubes. And it is awesome. Share, copy link. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Alright, it is up. And one thing I do want to do for this live stream, looks like I can't edit it while I'm actually live, unfortunately. Oh no, I can edit now. Cool. Let's see. I'm going to restrict it. There we go. Let's see. There we go. Alright, so that is 11:15. Let me... Okay. So it sounds good on my end. Alright. Cool. Only thing is the music is a bit quiet. Let me turn that up just a wee bit. Well, that sounds a little bit better. Okay. I think we can go ahead and get started. Hello everyone. Welcome back to IB Gaming. If you have not seen, I posted on both my Instagram, on YouTube, and all that stuff. Information about the fact that we have finished the 2 Metroidvanias we were playing. Finally, took like 2-3 months. It took forever. It took so long. Metroidvanias always take me a very long time. It's just, I guess, an inherent part of playing Metroidvanias, like I said, in both my Bloodstained playthrough and my Prince of Persia playthrough. But both of them were really fun, great time. All the playthroughs of those are up and ready for viewing, and as well as their cut versions. So you can go watch that if you missed it. Because I finished that, there is I put up a poll, 2 polls actually. One poll was for a horror game, because I actually surprisingly bought a decent amount of horror games in the last like 2 months or so while I was playing the 2 Metroidvanias. And then another poll was for just a random game. And from the horror poll, we had 9 Child Street win. And then from the random game poll, Ninja Gaiden won. So those would be the 2 games we're playing. So now, special thing about the horror game poll, it was 9 Child Street and Dagon that won. And I was Googling it last night while I was at work. And turns out 9 Child Street is only like an hour, 2 hours max. It's like a walking simulator. It's not that long of a game. So my hope is that we can steam through it today. Like steamroll through it. Just like get it done. Completely all done today. Once I finish 9 Child Street, I'll go on to doing Dagon. A Dagon recording another day. And then after Dagon, because Dagon is also short, it's like 32 minutes, I'll probably go on to play Ad Infinitum, because that's one I was actually most interested in playing. And I think that was a longer game. Let me search it actually. Is ad infinitum. It's 7 hours. Yeah. It's a much longer game. So, and I feel like it gives Outlast vibes, so I feel like people will enjoy that. But we'll see. So yeah, but for now, the 2 games that we're playing are 9 Charles Street and Ninja Gaiden. So now, what is 9 Charles Street? Great question. I don't know much about it myself. I came across this game while I was on Instagram, and it was a reel of a guy talking about like 3 games that took it too far, 3 games that traumatized me, or something like that. It was something that just like, these games really messed up, like that type of vibe. And the games he listed were Parasite Flower, 9 Child Street, and The Hole. I got all 3 of them. 9 Child Street, he said, is like you play as a child as you venture into like your neighbor's house, and I guess your neighbor's like a serial killer or something. And he says that there's one scene in particular called I think he called it the Red Room scene. That's like a lot. So hearing that, I'm just like, what do you mean? Like, how bad can it be, really? But it can get bad. It can get really bad, because I played some games myself that just like that was a bit much. I have this one game, I haven't gone back to playing it. I got it literal years ago, called Lust from Beyond, and I have no idea what it's even about. I think it was on par with like a creepy walking simulator, but I didn't get far in it. And that one was a lot. And you've seen Outlast. Outlast is a lot. So yeah, it can get bad. And since you're playing as a child, I don't know what's gonna happen. So I have restricted this video is 18 plus. I don't know what's gonna happen, so I'm just gonna give all the warnings. Warning. It's just, since he used the term red room, like it could be that it's literally just a red room, but red rooms, like if you know anything about the deep web, you have a slight idea of what a red room is. That is an actual thing that happens, and the fact that you're playing as a child, I don't know what's going to happen. So let me read the description for you guys. The developer is N4BA and SMA, so SSMA. It was released February 16, 2023, so I didn't know it was that recent. And it says this is a first-person indie horror game. In 9 Charles Street, you will find the terrifying atmosphere of a recently abandoned house and its captive inhabitants through the eyes of a curious little boy in a red cap. The tags include indie horror and psychological horror. It has pretty positive views. Yeah. So it basically says it's the first person indie horror game in the walking simulation genre, and the main emphasis is the scary atmosphere and the sense of fear of the player, which I will have, because I kind of hope they don't do a cheap thing, like do a bunch of cheap jump scares and stuff like that. Like games that don't have jump scares but keep like that creepy ambiance, keep you on edge, those are usually ones that are the best, but we'll see what happens. So yeah, that's 9 Charles Street. Again, all the warnings, have no idea what's going to happen. Yeah, so I guess we'll get started. I'm hoping that this game is controller compatible. But it looks like it may not be, unfortunately. Like, I'm trying and it's not doing it. So I got my gaming mouse with me, so We should be okay. Alright, here we go. Loading, 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 loading. Be funny. Okay, there we go. There we go. Be kind of funny if it didn't work. Just like, we're not gonna play you. We're not gonna work for you. Sorry. Why am I so slow? It's not that big of a game. Let me see. Oh, so I can use my controller. But yeah, that's not the best. Alright, whatever. We'll do what we can. Let me know if get out of the house. Let me know if the sounds behind in my apartment annoy you. I have my air conditioning on right now, and so it's a wee bit loud. Also, let me know if the sensitivity is too high. I don't want anyone getting motion sickness. I'm sorry. I'm using WSD, and I don't use... The door is tied with rope. I don't use mouse and stuff like this. I usually use controller, so my movements might be a bit choppy. Nanda. Ew, that picture's gross. What is that noise? Okay, so the thing's closed off with rope, so I probably should see if I can get some scissors or something. See if there's anything like I can reach or interactable. So we have a kid who wakes up in a closet in a house. Yeah, it's totes normal. What, too high? Too high. I need to find a rope. Let's check that. That is a child's hand. Yeah, we have a child murder on our hands. You know, the huge. Alright, so we cut rope. What are these photos? Explore the house in search of rope. Okay, so let's see if we can avoid bottles and stuff. That stuff's like gonna be loud. And what is my favorite toy doing here? That actually kind of scared me. I'm a little jumpy right now. I'm sorry. Oh, not coffins. What's that noise? Oh gosh. I think that's someone's in the coffins. I think that's a child breathing. They can't get out the coffin though. They're stuck. So we can't go in there. Okay. Based on the height of this kid, I'm guessing he's 8. There's a rope behind the door that I can open with a pick lock. Okay. Mush mush. Looks like I'm not the only one in the house. I better not make any noise. You know what? I don't need to go in there. Do I? I'll probably do though eventually. Yeah, this thing's blocking my way. Well, I guess we gotta go in there because I'm not seeing any other place to go. Alright. Oh. Death is imminent. Be prepared for a jump scare, you guys. I'm sorry in advance if I scream. Mush mush. I'm just looking for some ropes, or whoever. Clip I can use as a pick lock. Okay. Quiet, sweetie. Be quiet. Bro. Oh. Mushy mush. I don't want it. On the... No, Janet. Did I get gut and die? Did I not? Do I need to run or something? The atmosphere is very creepy. And since from the perspective of a child, yeah, it's just a wee bit foreboding. Don't know why it takes so long to load. Again, it's not a big game. I think it's like 4.83 gigs. Second was bigger than that, and it loaded up pretty fine most of the time. just annoying that I decided to play a horror game. Right now, we're kind of in the middle of a heat wave, so I'm sweating because of the horror game, sweating because of the heat wave. I'm going to have to shower tonight at this rate. So, like, is it that we died? That's what I want to know. Cause is it that we die? Well, then that sucks. Cause I can't run fast enough. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, no. It looks like that should have happened. Child Street 9? I often watch the abandoned house across the street. Why? Everyone thinks my neighbor is missing, but not me. But I saw lights on. I saw the silhouette of a man. There was a hole in the fence which I will finally get into the house. And I will put an end to this mystery. Oh, I get it. I get it. This bunny was given to me by my neighbor. So they call him neighbor. So what you saw at the beginning, that was us playing as a child who is caught. Hi mom, hi dad. If you're reading this, I've gone to that strange house I keep talking about. You saw those pictures, you didn't want to see me, scowled me, forbade me to go there. So I had to go there at night, secretly from you. I just want to quench my curiosity and stop thinking about that house all the time. I love you, Armin. Dang it, Armin. Baby, you're gonna get murked. You don't have your Titan form. Get it? You get it? So these are his pictures. Huh. You need to fix your light, sweetie. Boy with the red cap. It's a very empty room. Spacious, though. Parents are asleep. It's better to climb out the window so as to not wake them. Hi. First, I need to take a cap, a backpack, and a toy rabbit. Without it, I'm too scared to go. I need my backpack. Okay, I have my red cap. There you go, backpack. We're ready. Alright. We're in this bitch. Mosh. Hello, Mr. Lawnmower. How do I do? Oh, flashlight. Uh-oh. Does that mean resource management? How do I turn on a flashlight? I don't know. I'm sure it will teach me. I have no idea right now. At least I hope it will teach me. So this is his house. I'm guessing this is the States because, like, a lot of games are in the States. Of course, the other language of the game is Russian. It's only English and Russian. So I don't know. Closed, but that back door must be open. Okay. So he didn't want to go out his front door, or his bedroom door. Okay, he can't go up there. So I don't know, maybe this is set in Russia. Oh, this one. Gotcha. There we go. Figured out how to run. Just shift. I need to get into the house. Man, it's dark. Okay, let me experiment. There we go. F. Yeah, that's not serious. Dang, some type of dark out here. I thought Outlast was dark. It's really dark. Good thing I play piano. Fingers are a bit more used to having to work all crazy like. There we go. So he thinks the house isn't abandoned and that someone is staying here. What if this is based off like an actual case or something? Ah! You knocked, babes. Alright. Nothing. Oh. He said, come on in. Mush mush. Find a room with light on the second floor. Boy. He said, come on in. You're just my type. That sounds awful. I'm sorry. It certainly looks abandoned. Can I close this door? The stairs to the second floor are barricaded. Why would my neighbor do this? To keep people from the second floor, babes. That's how that works. You barricade things so that you don't get other people out there. And the fact that he got a toy from his neighbor. Maybe that's how he gets them. Maybe that's how he marks them. It's so dark, in my opinion. There's always a static TV in these games. Stop. Okay, so avoid bottles. I'm not sure if that's actually the case, but I think just in case I should do that. Avoid glass. Anything that can make, yeah, all that I think could make noise, and we don't want to do that right now. Of course, him being in here anyway is probably making plenty noise. Mushy mush. I got bad electricity. I'm not sure this is the game where you'd have to hide like an Outlast. I hope not, because I'm not fast. Again, I don't play with mouse and WASD typically, so this is very I can try to go around the house and enter through the back door. Hi. blocked off entirely. Alright, back into the outside. Go around the house. What is that noise? Not that he has a playground in his backyard. Or more like one of those thingies. Gross. Oh gosh, they have chains on them. Ew. Someone's running. This flashlight's awful. Find a room with light. Okay. Alcohol, another toy. Y'all need to fix your water. Goodness gracious, everything's just dripping. Your water bill's gonna be so high. Goodness. Yeah, these pictures suck. I don't know who did your decor, bro, but like, it ain't it. It ugly. So he has a lot of like, it's locked. The door is supposed to lead to the basement. So I bet that's probably where the final events happen. That's my guess. Everyone knows the creepy things happen in the basement. This gives me Black Phone vibes. Once again, every time I think about that movie, I always wonder, is it based off an actual story? And then I Google it and it doesn't look like it is. But it could just be generic, because a lot of bastards do things like that. You know, kidnap kids and do stuff and murder them and, you know, those things. A lot of locked doors. Okay, so that's blocked too. Judy upstairs. Into the unknown. Into the unknown. Oh, that's gross. Alright. Into the unknown. Can Babyface crouch? I don't know. These pictures really suck. Like every one of them is just like, this is an awful photo. That's not how a door is supposed to work. See, who says creepy photos of kids and then skull? That saw something. That's the decom. Okay, so this is where we were when we were playing at the beginning of the game. And Honey was taken. Because that's what happened. We were playing as a different kid at the beginning. We're playing as a different kid now. We're playing as Armin now, yeah. Okay. Ah, well, there's the room with light. Before we go in there, I want to explore a wee bit more. Which is crazy I'm saying that, because I'm usually a scary cat, but like, what's the worst that can happen? The game can't hurt me. It's just kind of creepy. Alright, so we're on the second floor now. We have can o' paint with what looks like a child's hand on it. Moshimash. Anyone in here? Ugh, what a disgusting smell from that door. The door closed. Oh no, I'm trapped. We've been waiting for you, Armin. Ew. Jump scare. So my guess is that's the sound of a dying child. So that's nice. Okay. Oh, it's a key. This looks like half the key to the red door. But where is the other half? There must be a problem with the electricity. It's time to go. He's like, I'm good. I'm done. Let's go. Yeah, skulls and creepy pictures of children. I don't care how much of a creep you are. Creepy pictures of children, like just covering your house. That's a bit much, bro. Much. This kid playing with a ball. Or like the sound of a kid playing with a ball. Oh, it's a ball. Well, I don't want to go in there. That's a terrible idea. Oh. Oh. So this is the guy's bedroom. And he has... It looks like the maker of dolls lived here, but why is he nowhere to be found? The maker of dolls? I wouldn't be surprised if there was someone who actually did something like that. Matter of fact, I think someone did. I wouldn't be surprised. Like, it's kind of par for the course with these freaks. Okay, so yeah, that door's still not accessible. I love how kid... Well, actually, I was about to say kid smart. Just like, you know what, it's time to go. If he was smart, he wouldn't be here in the first place. Take it from me, babyface. You shouldn't have been in here. You shouldn't have even tried to come in here. Like, your life is way more important than, you know, trying to discover a mystery about the creepy old house. I'm surprised no one was out here. So, it's either Babyface going to get snatched now, or Babyface going to get snatched now. I think Babyface going to get snatched. His cat! Well, why did I leave my hat in the house? I have to go back or my mom will kill me. Honey, it's not that important. You want to get murdered. You would not catch me dead doing that. People who like to go into like abandoned houses and explore around, I don't get it. Particularly when it's illegal. Like, you're not supposed to be going into other people's house. Even, wait, where was it? The cab. I can't remember. It wasn't the second floor, it was on the first floor. It's in the room with the TV. So I need to go back. towards the front door and go through there. Does he have stamina? Probably. Why would you take your hat off anyway, love? Like some old grandpa. I was like, whoa, gotta take my hat off now. No, you don't. Man, it's dark. Where's the house? Okay. One of the most annoying thing about the game is that you can't freaking see. You know, give me a horror game where it's like perfectly lit. You can see everything. Darkness, meh. Light. Like, yeah, sure, the darkness can be creepy and all, but like... Don't go that way. My hat's gone. Somebody took my hat. You jerk. Ha 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 ha. Let's play. Uh-oh. Someone in there. Must be real funny. Hey. Come here. Thank you. It's time to run away before it gets worse. Mush mush. Oh, what? What? It's a creepy kid that likes to move around? Who cares? Like, it's just a doll. See, I thought I'd be creepy old man tracking me down, not some creepy doll he made. Unless he's like controlling the creepy... Oh, he bolted up the door. A lock? My bunny had a similar label. Good thing I took him with me. Hey. Back at all. I'ma kill you. If only I could. I'ma kill you. Give me back my bunny. What's wrong with you? What do you think this is? Ain't no game. Son of a biscuit. Run me my doll. Probably have to be careful running. Don't want to make too much noise. It's odd the game's lagging so much. Again, it's not a big game. I don't know why it would lag so much. Hey, what? Do I have to leave the house again and go around the freaking back? What's the point of this place? It's just a hallway that leads to nothing. I think I'm gonna have to leave the house in order to get to that room. Unfortunately. Because I can't go upstairs. It'd be nice if I can just like break through it. Yeah. I think I have to go around. Okay. Oh wait, no, I can't. I can't leave the house. They've blocked it off. Okay. How to do this? Oh wait, the upstairs is accessible. How the... That's not a good sound. I should probably work towards getting the bunny. Mush mush. Little rascal. Where you go? So could it be that he's I thought I saw a child's arm real quick. No arm, just my imagination. But is it that he's controlling this doll? Like what's the point in the doll? His heart rate's going up again. Okay. What's that? Now I'm alone, but I keep hearing stomping at night and even laughter that has been absent from this house for so long. Okay. So that's one cheap jump scare, but it's okay. Okay. We have... What did I say? Happy birthday from your neighbor across the street. Thanks, I guess. Okay, so now this door's open. So now we're going to put this in the thing. Okay. Oh, his arm's gone? Wait, kid. Hold up. Where you go? Okay. Oh, okay. As I said, mature game. At one point, it went too far. Mortolia was too real. It seemed to me that she started to live her own life. I found a dead boy's toy in the trash, and I'm sure it was she. I put it over the TV so no one would get it. I began to be afraid of her. I constantly felt that she was standing behind me, watching me, breathing in my back. Her lack of heart made her dangerous. So did the neighbor put the toy on the shelf above the TV? Oh, hello. Dude's a little weird out. So I need to go back towards the TV room. Oh gosh, that actually scared me. Okay. Vaquero. Caressa. I didn't expect him to be right there. Where's the TV room again? I forgot where the TV room is. There we go. There it is. Or. No. Now, how the heck am I supposed to get that? I can't reach it. I have to get a chair. Or. Oh, yeah. Wait. Yeah, I was thinking, like, or we just leave. And I was just like, oh, yeah. That's why we're doing all this, so we can leave. Yeah. Let me know if the game quality is bad. Even though no one's in the chat, you can still, once someone comes in. It's okay. The music's getting all intense. It's turned red now. Got the toy, babe. Oh, got it. You were lucky to be born with such a pretty face. Take this toy from me. Okay. It's gross. I guess he's also a pervert. Because they typically are. I can't think of a lot of child murderers who... Oh, save point. Nice. Okay. You're going to take me to our next destination? Hey, kid. Where you go? I don't want to test the bottles. There you go. Man, this decor sucks. Here we are. Yeah, I'm thinking it's like black phone type stuff. Like, these are the kids that were murdered. And I don't know, maybe they're trying to help us get out. I don't get the doll toy, though. My only guess is that it's something the creep made. That's fine. Okay. Oh, jeez. Ew. All right. Stick it. Hello?
Have you seen a white toy here, like a monkey?
Yeah.
I'm Max. We know all about you. We've been watching you. We've been waiting for a long time. Time is dragging on very slowly here. It's cold and scary. I have been searching for this toy for a long time, but I haven't found anything. The dollmaker hid it to punish me.
And what is the strange lock on the front door? And how to open it?
The kids put in a lock, so we wouldn't run away too soon. Instead of a key, each child used a label from their toys, given by the toy maker before we found ourselves here.
Why don't you all want me to let me out?
You are our salvation. It's not finished yet. The doll maker made the doll from our best body parts, but he didn't have time to insert the heart. But it's okay. Soon it will tear out your heart and become kind, and we all will finally rest in peace.
But my mom and dad are waiting for me at home alive. You said you lost a toy. Let me find it.
That would be great. The camera that the doll maker built into the toy will help you find it. He used cameras to watch the children and select the best. You will find access to the cameras on this tablet.
Not a tablet. So I was right. press 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay. So whatever perspective this tablet is using, that is where I need to go to find the toy. So what is that? Like, where is that in the house? Like, it's green. I don't recognize that place at all. So I need to be their salvation. A lot of pressure you put on a kid, but all right. And I need to find the toys of each of the children the doll maker has presumably killed. So, bro, I don't know where that is. I don't like how this thing's obstructing my field of view. It's like... yeah, it's only on 3. More lights on now. Still nothing. Is that like outside maybe? No, I don't think I can even go outside right now. Yeah, I need 3 more. Let me go back upstairs. Because it did flip. Should I try talking to her again? Nothing. Alright, you're useless. Gotcha. Naba. Will it flip if I'm going the right direction? Because I get what the camera's doing. It's basically showing the perspective of the toy. So I just need to go there so I can find the toy. But I'm not sure where this is. but it has to be somewhere in the house because we can't go outside right now. Ay. Molto confusing. Trying to think, because it's kind of hard to. Like, I can't, like, zoom in on the photo. Okay, there's another photo. That one's under a table. Okay, and a picture is on the floor. It's a picture of... I think I know where that is. I think it's somewhere on the hallways here. Yeah. So here it is. I hope this toy will bring you happiness. Well, unfortunately, it did not. So, noted, don't allow neighbors to give your children toys. Got it. Looks like it might spell out something, or maybe these are the kids' initials. What is this photo? Worth checking out the fireplace. Oh, it's the other part of the key. Alright, going up to the red room then. Oh, we're more at the red door. Yeah. That's what I thought. Now I can't eat. My hair started to fall out. And the skin began to not rot. I haven't eaten. Are you hungry? How about I bring some food from the kitchen? He wants some food. I haven't eaten for a week. I just want to be happy. Okay. So get the kid food. I don't think there's much food in the kitchen though, bro. Hayaka. Which way is the kitchen? I saw a fridge in here somewhere. I mean, this is the kitchen. Kind of, sort of. More at the dining room. Here we go. Don't give him that. It's probably molded beyond disbelief. We're gonna kill the kid with some bad food. Of course, I guess that would be a mercy to him. Considering how he's already sitting here starving. He might already be dead. God knows how long he's been in there. Yeah. That's what I thought. Let's see. You're a good ballerina. You have a great future. Take care of yourself. Another safe point. Y'all really need to fix your electricity. It sucks. Okay, so that's another save point. Ualia? Oh, it's going to be that name. The Motalia, whatever. Okay. So, follow the light. Yeah, follow the light. Oh. Yeah, that's what I thought. Door open now. Into the basement. Where all the bad things happen. I didn't have any friends when I was a kid. I tried to replace them with toys, but they weren't as lively. I made my first toy out of a dismembered cat. It wasn't like the others, it had a soul. Soon I made toys out of a bird, a dog, and even a man who was hit by a car. I gave them a better life. I couldn't stand in one place. I wanted something more. That's how my latest project, Motulia, was born. So he's trying to make a friend. I feel like I watched something somewhat recently that had a similar situation. What was it? What was I watching? I can't remember. I was watching some. It was an anime. It was an anime, I'm pretty sure. And Paranoid Agent, there it is. Oh wait, no, not Paranoid Agent. Was it Paranoid Agent? Yes, it was Paranoid Agent, the anime. There must be a shovel in the basement. Well, yes, there is. We passed it. Yeah, a guy was kidnapping girls and forcing them to like be his family and stuff. And if they didn't, he'd kill them. And would make dolls out of them. Oh, hello. Take care of your wonderful eyes. Let this toy be a reminder from me. Senora, I'm sorry what happened to you. I'm not the one who did it though. So don't be trying to come at me. We can scare the hooligan together. You know, the bats who actually hurt you. I'm down with that. Oh, happily. Sorry for all the flashing lights and stuff. If you have epilepsy, consider with care. So looks like he's gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Mortulia. So he's out. Will he escape though? I doubt it. It was months after I got out. But every dream takes me back to that awful house. The realization that I can't change anything is driving me crazy. Oh no! And that's it. It did really only take about an hour. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Wow. Not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Um, Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. Hmm. Let's see. Yeah, that's the ending. Wow. That's crazy. Huh. So, turns out, so what it seems like is that there were ghosts in the house. And they're like Charles ghosts or whatever. And they're stuck in the house. That's what he's been seeing. He goes in, discovers that. Okay. I'm back. It shut down on me. My computer, all that stuff. So, but we're back. As I stating, so story. Kid goes in the house after seeing, I'm guessing it's a ghost. So it's probably that the doll maker wasn't active anymore in the house. So when we were playing at the beginning of the game, that was when the doll maker was active, still going after kids. But when we play as Armin, he this is after he is probably dead. That might be the person we found in that purple room that he had killed himself. And Armin goes in, discovers what the guy had been doing. And yeah, he can't take the memories knowing that he can't do anything about it to help him. And he kills himself. That is terribly sad. But hey, we were able to do it in one playthrough, so that's nice. I feel like in that case, because it was so short. Let me see. Dagon's small. I say we try out Dagon. Let me go ahead and install that. Sorry about my live stream crashing. Sometimes my computer likes to act up, and I kind of noticed it was acting kind of slow. But sometimes what happens is if I'm playing a game, my computer is just shut down completely. And that's what happened. And when it does that, the live stream gets cut off and everything. So what's probably going to happen is I'm going to download the live stream after I'm done and anything and edit it and put these two videos together. And then I'll just delete the live stream videos. That way, everything's all concise and together. So Dagon. That was the other game that was voted for. That was second place. Let me get the Steam page up for that. What is this red room? The red door. Okay, so it was that. Yeah, it was pretty messed up. So Dagon, again, is supposedly 32 minutes. Yeah, 32 minutes to an hour. It does take long. Yeah. So it seems to be 15 to 30 minutes. So it's not long. We're going to run through it. It is... Let me read the page for you once I get the game up. Yes, play. YouTube is not what? Seeing something on YouTube that there's something wrong with that, but I'm not seeing what the issue is. Maybe it's a little slow right now. Let me go ahead and read the Steam page as this tries to load up. Let's see. Dagon by H.P. Lovecraft. It was developed and published by Bit Golem. It says, face unspeakable horror, succumb to madness. Welcome to a free demonic narrative experience inspired by H.P. Lovecraft. It is horror Lovecraftian in a visual novel. Not sure what all that means. It has really good high ratings. Why does it take so long to load up? This is also not a big game. It should not be taking this long. I don't know why there's so much lag today. It's kind of weird. Let me grab my Wi-Fi cable and hook it up directly. Okay. So that's going now. It's a bit loud in my ear. I'm still low. That one. Gamma. Turn on the saddle a little bit. I'll probably have to read. Oh wait, no. They might read it for me. Okay. So, as I stated, it is a visual novel, and it's only about 30 minutes. So let me double check, make sure the recording's going well. I don't know what's going on today. It's so slow. Alright, it's not letting me do it. Never mind. I mean, it's working on the recording, so I guess we're fine. Actually, I guess I can just not do full screen mode. Ah, it's awful. Alright, let's get started. Dagon is a faithful interactive adaptation of H.P. Lovecraft's work focused on story and atmosphere. You will not find difficult choices, action sequences, or inventory management here, and movement is limited to progressing through locations along with the plot.
I am writing this under an appreciable mental strain, since by tonight I shall be no more.
During the game, you will encounter interactive elements. Some of them will allow you to continue your journey, others reveal interesting facts about the original short story, its historical background, and the author. Some of the trivia is hidden. In order to find these secrets, focus your eyes and look for the Elder sign.
Penniless, and at the end of my supply of the drug which alone makes life endurable, I can bear the torture no longer, and shall cast myself from this garret window into the squalid street below.
Wee bit dramatic. Wee bit. But I get it.
Do not think from my slavery to morphine that I am a weakling or a degenerate. When you have read these hastily scrawled pages, you may guess, though never fully realize, why it is that I must have forgetfulness or death.
Uh-oh, what did you do? Morphine. Morphine entered into use in the 19th century. It was routinely administered to treat severe pain during the American Civil War and World War I. It was also sold without restrictions until 1914. Morphine became more popular after the invention of hypodermic syringe around 1854. Frederick Stirner, who first isolated the substance, originally named it morphium after Morpheus, the Greek god associated with dreams. At the time when Dagon was published, morphine abuse, known as soldier's disease, already posed a big problem in the United States. You can read the discovered trivia immediately or go back to them later in the main menu. Turn off display trivia if you find that the feature distracts you from the story. This can be changed anytime.
It was in one of the most open and least frequented parts of the broad Pacific that the packet of which I was supercargo fell a victim to the German sea raider. The Great War was then at its very beginning, and the ocean forces of the Hun had not completely sunk to their later degradation, so that our vessel was made a legitimate prize, whilst we of her crew were treated with all the fairness and consideration due us as naval prisoners.
The Huns were Central Asian nomads who established a dominion in Europe and invaded the Roman Empire in the 5th century AD. They were known as brutal, deadly warriors and masters of quick raids who also developed powerful composite bows, lassos, and early siege weapons. During World War I, the British used the word nun as a synonym for Germans in order to emphasize their brutality. However, the term originated when the German Empire Wilhelm II gave a speech to his troops on 27th July 1900. Before they embarked to China, before you encounter an enemy, he will be defeated. No quarter will be given, prisoners will not be taken. Whoever falls into your hands is forfeited. Just 1,000 years ago, the Huns, under their king Attila, made a name for themselves, one that even today makes them seem mighty in history and legend. May the name German be affirmed by you in such a way in China that no Chinese will ever again dare to look cross-eyed at a German. The refusal to take prisoners was a clear breach of the laws and customs of war adopted during the first Hague Convention of 1899.
So liberal, indeed, was the discipline of our captors, that 5 days after we were taken, I managed to escape alone in a small boat with water and provisions for a good length of time. When I finally found myself adrift and free, I had but little idea of my surroundings. Never a competent navigator, I could only guess vaguely by the sun and stars that I was somewhat south of the equator. Of the longitude, I knew nothing, and no island or coastline was in sight. The weather kept fair, and for uncounted days I drifted aimlessly beneath the scorching sun, waiting either for some passing ship or to be cast on the shores of some habitable land. But neither ship nor land appeared, and I began to despair in my solitude upon the heaving vastness of unbroken blue. The change happened whilst I slept. Its details I shall never know, for my slumber, though troubled and dream-infested, was continuous.
The heck?
When at last I awoke, it was to discover myself half sucked into a slimy expanse of hellish black mire, which extended about me in monotonous undulations as far as I could see, and in which my boat lay grounded some distance away. Though one might well imagine that my first sensation would be of wonder at so prodigious and unexpected a transformation of scenery, I was in reality more horrified than astonished, for there was in the air and in the rotting soil a sinister quality which chilled me to the very core. The region was putrid with the carcasses of decaying fish and of other less describable things which I saw protruding from the nasty mud of the unending plain. Perhaps I should not hope to convey in mere words the unutterable hideousness that can dwell in absolute silence and barren immensity. There was nothing within hearing and nothing in sight save a vast reach of black slime. Yet the very completeness of the stillness and the homogeneity of the landscape oppressed me with a nauseating fear. The sun was blazing down from a sky which seemed to me almost black in its cloudless cruelty, as though reflecting the inky marsh beneath my feet. As I crawled into the stranded boat, I realized that only one theory could explain my position. Through some unprecedented volcanic upheaval, a portion of the ocean floor must have been thrown to the surface, exposing regions for which innumerable millions of years had lain hidden under unfathomable watery depths. So great was the extent of the new land which had risen beneath me that I could not detect the faintest noise of the surging ocean, straining my ears as I might, nor were there any seafowl to prey upon the dead things. For several hours I sat thinking or brooding in the boat, which lay upon its side and afforded a slight shade as the sun moved across the heavens. As the day progressed, the ground lost some of its stickiness and seemed likely to dry sufficiently for traveling purposes in a short time. That night I slept but little, and the next day I made for myself a pack containing food and water, preparatory to an overland journey in search of the vanished sea and possible rescue. On the third morning, I found the soil dry enough to walk upon with ease.
I don't know why it skipped. I didn't click it.
All day I forged steadily westward, guided by a faraway hummock which rose higher than any other elevation on the rolling desert. That night I encamped, and on the following day still travelled toward the hummock, though that object seemed scarcely nearer than when I had first espied it. By the fourth evening, I attained the base of the mound, which turned out to be much higher than it had appeared from a distance. An intervening valley setting it out in sharper relief from the general surface. Too weary to ascend, I slept in the shadow of the hill. I know not why my dreams were so wild that night, but ere the waning and fantastically gibbous moon had risen far above the eastern plain.
To the one who just came into the chat, it's a game called Dagon. I had finished 9 Charles Street. It was only like an hour 15. So, and Dagon is only like 30 minutes. So I'm going to run through the Dagon. It is a visual novel. So it's just, I guess, going through the slow mental crumbling of this sailor or something.
I was awake in a cold perspiration, determined to sleep no more. Such visions as I had experienced were too much for me to endure again. And in the glow of the moon I saw how unwise I had been to travel by day. Without the glare of the parching sun, my journey would have cost me less energy.
Yeah, he was sailing. He was a prisoner of war. I think it's like World War One or something. And he escaped from the ship he was imprisoned on, and now he's here.
Indeed, I now felt quite able to perform the ascent which had deterred me at sunset. Picking up my pack, I started for the crest of the eminence.
Hello, Nico's thing. How goes it?
I have said that the unbroken monotony of the rolling plain was a source of vague horror to me. But I think my horror was greater when I gained the summit of the mound and looked down the other side into an immeasurable pit or canyon.
Yeah, it's a visual novel. So, like, I guess we're doing 2 walking simulators today. Because, I finished 9 Chow Street a little bit ago. And so this one is literally just like, you look at something, you zoom in, you click it, he speaks. So it's literally just, and this is probably why the game's so short. It's only 30 minutes. It's literally just dude talks and you have a creepy atmosphere.
Whose black recesses the moon had not yet soared high enough to illumine. I felt myself on the edge of the world, peering over the rim into a fathomless chaos of eternal night.
Walking simulators are they're sometimes the best.
Through my terror ran curious reminiscences of Paradise Lost, and of Satan's hideous climb through the unfashioned realms of darkness. As the moon climbed higher in the sky, I began to see that the slopes of the valley were not quite so perpendicular as I had imagined.
Yeah, thus far all we know about this guy is that he wants to kill himself and he's addicted to morphine, and he's explaining why.
Ledges and outcroppings of rock afforded fairly easy footholds for a descent, whilst after a drop of only a few hundred feet, the declivity became very gradual.
The graphics seem fine for the most part. It seems like it's capturing pretty accurately on the live stream. It's nothing crazy since it is just a walking simulator.
Urged on by an impulse which I cannot definitely analyze, I scrambled with difficulty down the rocks and stood on the gentler slope beneath, gazing into the Stygian deeps, where no light had yet penetrated.
This is quite dark. I don't know what order to go in. I think it's just they do it one at a time. I don't think they're showing multiple paths you have to take at once. So I think you just go to the next one.
All at once, my attention was captured by a vast and singular object on the opposite slope, which rose steeply about 100 yards ahead of me.
Thanks, Nico's thing. I appreciate it.
An object that gleamed whitely in the newly bestowed rays of the ascending moon.
Ascending moon. Alright.
That it was merely a gigantic piece of stone, I soon assured myself. But I was conscious of a distinct impression that its contour and position were not altogether the work of nature. A closer scrutiny filled me with sensations I cannot express.
Ah, that sucks. I hope you feel better. Those aren't fun. Cramps are the
For
worst.
despite its enormous magnitude and its position in an abyss which had yawned at the bottom of the sea since the world was young, I perceived beyond a doubt that the strange object was a well-shaped monolith, whose massive bulk had known the workmanship and perhaps the worship of living and thinking creatures. Dazed and frightened, yet not without a certain thrill of the scientist's or archaeologist's delight, I examined my surroundings more closely.
I mean, I don't think he's on meth right now. He is addicted to meth, though.
The moon, now near the zenith, shone weirdly and vividly above the towering steeps that hemmed in the chasm, and revealed the fact that a far-flung body of water flowed at the bottom, winding out of sight in both directions and almost lapping my feet as I stood on the slope.
This gives me Prometheus vibes for some reason all of a sudden.
Across the chasm, the wavelets washed the base of the Cyclopean monolith, on whose surface I could now trace both inscriptions and crude sculptures.
So he found some monolith.
The writing was in a system of hieroglyphics unknown to me and unlike anything I'd ever seen in books, consisting for the most part of conventionalized aquatic symbols such as fishes, eels, octopi, crustaceans, mollusks, whales, and the like. Several characters obviously represented marine things which are unknown to the modern world,
Is that Cthulhu?
but whose decomposing forms I had observed on the ocean-risen plain.
Maybe. I don't know if he knows a lot about hieroglyphics. And there's always something about Trump in the news. It's kind of the thing now.
It was the pictorial carving, however, that did most to hold me spellbound.
Here we go. Trivia. Storytelling methods. Dagon contains many themes and storytelling methods that Lovecraft developed in his later works, such as telling the story through carvings at the mountains of mountainous, the nameless city, journals and characters' notes to shout out of time, the haunter of the dark, islands emerging from the ocean, the call of Cthulhu, or fictional beings and deities based on real events and mythologies. Migo in The Whisperer in Darkness is also considered the origin of the popular Cthulhu mythos. Some of Lovecraft's other stories also conclude in a manner similar to Dagon, but let's get the details in order not to spoil the ending. Yeah, it's Lovecraft. Yeah.
Plainly visible across the intervening water on account of their enormous size were an array of bas-reliefs whose subjects would have excited the envy of a doré. I think that these things were supposed to depict men, at least a certain sort of men. Though the creatures were shown disporting like fishes in the waters of some marine grotto, or paying homage at some monolithic shrine which appeared to be under the waves as well. Of their faces and forms I dare not speak in detail, for the mere remembrance makes me grow faint. Grotesque beyond the imagination of a Poe or a Bulwer.
A lot of creepy faces. That is straight up just Cthulhu. Yeah.
They were damnably human in general outline, despite webbed hands and feet, shockingly wide and flabby lips, glassy, bulging eyes, and other features less pleasant to recall. Curiously enough, they seemed to have been chiseled badly out of proportion with their scenic background. For one of the creatures was shown in the act of killing a whale, represented as but little larger than himself. I remarked, as I say, their grotesqueness and strange size, but in a moment decided that they were merely the imaginary gods of some primitive fishing or seafaring tribe. Some tribe whose last descendant had perished eras before the first ancestor of the Piltdown or Neanderthal man was born. Awestruck at this unexpected glimpse into a past beyond the conception of the most daring anthropologist, I stood musing whilst the moon cast queer reflections on the silent channel before me. Then, suddenly, I saw it.
Remember what?
With only a slight churning to mark its rise to the surface, the thing slid into view above the dark waters.
Oh. Okay.
Polyphemus-like and loathsome, It darted like a stupendous monster of nightmares to the monolith, about which it flung its gigantic scaly arms, the while it bowed its hideous head and gave vent to certain measured sounds. I think I went mad then.
I think he's gonna mess up the whales, I'm sorry.
Of my frantic ascent of the slope and cliff, and of my delirious journey back to the stranded boat, I remember little.
So the science slope show we go crazy now.
I believe I sang a great deal and laughed oddly when I was unable to sing.
He could be on meth. Meth would do that.
I have indistinct recollections of a great storm sometime after I reached the boat. At any rate, I know that I heard pearls of thunder and other tones which nature utters only in her wildest moods.
Because he's in the middle of the ocean right now, by the way. It's just some of the plates rose up. And
When
he's
I came out
sitting
of
on
the
the ocean
shadows,
floor.
I was in a San Francisco hospital, brought thither by the captain of the American ship which had picked up my boat in mid-ocean. In my delirium, I had said much, but found that my words had been given scant attention.
And I am very glad this is narrated. I could not read this out accurately, and the whole ambiance would be destroyed.
Of any land upheaval in the Pacific, my rescuers knew nothing. Nor did I deem it necessary to insist upon a thing which I knew they could not believe.
Yeah, this is a hospital. Not up to code.
Once I sought out a celebrated ethnologist.
I'm not sure how the plates rose up. He was just sailing, he blacked out, and then suddenly he was on what looked like what was on the ocean floor, because there were a bunch of like dead bottom of the ocean creatures scurrying about on the land he was on. It was crazy wet. You want a croissant and a baguette because you're in San Francisco?
And amused him with peculiar questions regarding the ancient Philistine legend of Dagon, the fish god.
Dagon. He's okay. I've never heard of Dagon before. Dagon was the main deity of the Philistines, worshipped throughout the Middle East as the ancient god of fertility and crops. In Hebrew, the word Dagon was a common noun for grain. The rulers of Akkad, Mesopotamia, chose him as the patron saint of their war conquests. He also appeared as a judge of the dead in an Assyrian poem, and an underworld prison warder in one of the Babylonian texts. He is often mistakenly taken for a fish god due to the wrong interpretation of his name, as in Hebrew the word dag means fish. In H.P. Lovecraft's works, Dagon is an underwater deity ruling over the deep ones, a humanoid race with fish traits that resides in the oceans. He is worshipped by a secret cult called the Esoteric Order of Dagon. Oh, for real? I don't know, man. I've never heard of this guy in my life. Oh, for real? Oh, wow. Shoot, now I gotta go read that verse in the Bible, because I don't recognize this guy at all. Off-brain Godzilla.
But soon perceiving that he was hopelessly conventional, I did not press my inquiries.
Oh, another factoid. August Derleth in the Cthulhu mythos. August Derleth was an American writer and anthropologist. I think that's it. He also befriended Lovecraft and published many of his works through his company, Arkham House. Although he greatly contributed to the popularization of the author's works after his death, he is surrounded by numerous controversies. One of his most questionable decisions included introducing the good versus evil doctrine. Derleth was a devout Catholic to the Cthulhu mythos, which contrasted with Lovecraft's view of the world and his approach to cosmic horror. As a result, the author's works are often misunderstood and misrepresented in today's culture. It is also worth noting that Lovecraft was never really interested in creating a mythology, and the term Cthulhu mythos was coined by Derleth after the author left the mortal plane. Oh, mentioned in passing in First Chronicles and in First Samuel. Huh. Wild. Learn something new every day. I wonder why they call it Cthulhu mythos specifically. Like, just.
It
Oh,
is
and
at
we're
night,
back.
especially when the moon is gibbous and waning, that I see the thing.
What, the Cthulhu thing taking the monolith?
I tried morphine, but the drug has given only transient surcease and has drawn me into its clutches as a hopeless slave. So now I am to end it all, having written a full account for the information or the contemptuous amusement of my fellow men.
Hey, if you can say supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, you are better than a lot of people. Because honestly, I've never been able to pronounce that word until right now. So that's crazy. Let's try
Often,
different drugs.
I ask
Yeah.
myself if it could not all have been a pure phantasm, a mere freak of fever, as I lay sun-stricken and raving in the open boat after my escape from the German man of war. This I ask myself, but ever does there come before me a hideously vivid vision in reply. I cannot think of the deep sea without shuddering at the nameless things that may at this very moment be crawling and floundering on its slimy bed, worshipping their ancient stone idols and carving their own detestable likenesses on submarine obelisks of water-soaked granite. I dream of a day when they may rise above the billows to drag down into their reeking talons the remnants of puny, war-exhausted mankind. Of a day when the land shall sink and the dark ocean shall ascend amidst universal pandemonium.
I can't tell if the hospital was fake or not. Oh, we're back.
The end is near.
Uh-oh. Oh yeah, he real druggy. He real drugged
I
out.
hear a noise at the door, as of some immense slippery body lumbering against it.
Oh, he
It
locked
shall not find me.
Cthulhu's coming.
God, that hand! The window! The window!
Run away! Thanks for playing. We hope you enjoy immersing yourself in our little pool of cosmic horror. We would appreciate if you took a moment to rate Dagon and check out the other games and DLCs. And that is Dagon. There's other things, but I don't have them right now, so I will get them another day. So I don't think he was drunk. I'm thinking what probably happened he had a really bad morphine trip, because I don't, with how the screen and everything was getting all wavy in the end. And yeah, he jumped to his death because I think he had a really bad morphine trip and started to see Cthulhu. And so he jumped out the window. So he was a prisoner of war. He escaped via boat. He woke up on dry land with these sea creatures surrounding him, his boat no longer on water, etc. He waits 4 days. He starts walking on the land, which again seems to be the ocean floor. Comes upon this monolith that seems to depict Cthulhu. Creature comes out from under the water, takes the monolith. He wakes up in a hospital. Bro, what the heck are you on? What is going what? This is alright. Well, I mean, it was a good story. It was interesting, to say the least. I really can't tell the difference between reality and fiction, though. Because dude was tripped up on freaking morphine. Oh, you weren't able to see what happened? Oh, yeah, you didn't actually see him jump out the window. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I have no idea what he was eating. He said he was able to pack some food with him when he first escaped from the ship. And he had some water. I don't know. My guess is that him writing these letters, that is reality. But then what happened to him out on that sea? It could be that he was hallucinating. I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, that he was hallucinating. Yeah, and then because of those hallucinations, he got tripped up on the morphine, and the morphine probably made things worse, resulting in him seeing Cthulhu and jumping out a window. That was pretty cool. I like that. Nice little story. Yeah, he was probably high the entire time, which understandable considering the times. It seems to be during a time period, I'm not sure which way. I'm guessing World War One. Okay, I think he was captured by the Germans, and he was a prisoner on one of their ships. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about it. I know it was really short, really sweet, but it was I feel it was pretty cool. It was creepy enough. I feel like they did a good job at keeping you intrigued, even though it truly was just look this way, click a button, listen to person talk. It was still interesting to cite that. So that's rare. I feel like it's hard to pull that off. I think it says 3 people because I am watching the chat via my phone, so it might be counting me as a viewer. All right, so I think actually that is okay. Scary stories have been accompanying men. They have many faces and forms. What is their purpose?
By being afraid so much. During our, I'll try to.
Dr. Emerson's Nocturnes will guide you through all the colors of dread. Hungry for more? Dr. Emerson's Nocturnes. That was creepy. And these are the little trivia things you could find. I was really lazy with it. I didn't try that hard. It's fine. Huh. That was pretty cool. I might have to see about finding the DLCs, and if they're not too long, yeah, maybe I can steam through them one day. But yeah, I think that would be it for today. This one did cost some money. It wasn't that expensive. I think it was like maybe $1 or $2, something like that. It wasn't that expensive, which, you know, might be a bit more than it really needed to be, but I'm not mad at it. It was fun enough. Plus, you get the DLC stuff. Uh-oh. My thing froze. That's not good. Well, I think I should probably end the live stream before my computer decides to shut down or something. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will be doing some edits of this video and of the 9 Child Street video I did. My live stream messed up, so they're kind of separate, so I'm gonna edit it so that they're together. And then that should be available tomorrow evening. I think I do have to, because I'm not able to do anything on my computer right now, so I think I had to shut it down. I'm really worried about it shutting down on me. So I want to close out before it's too late. So thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Look forward to the edited version of these 2 videos that I'm going to post tomorrow. And we're also going to start Ninja Gaiden soon, so look forward to that. So that is it for today. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you on the next playthrough. Bye-bye.